Hey everyone, welcome to Anu's Corner. If you're watching me for the first time, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me again. And I'm so glad you're here with me today. So, today I'm going to talk to you all about my favorite foundations and BB creams. I have an oily combination skin tone, and as the seasons change, I rotate my foundations out. I wear my matte foundations, of course, during the summer, and BB creams during the summer. And the winter, I tend to go towards my natural finish, maybe slightly dewy foundations. And I want to kind of share with you all my collection today. So if you're interested in watching this type of video, please stay with me. So let's begin with the newest foundation from the drugstore that I have. And actually, most of these are from the drugstore except one. The one that I purchased recently is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm in the shade 312 Golden, I think that golden, that's it. So this comes with a pump. The only thing I don't like about the packaging is, of course, it's white and it tends to get dirty very quickly. But other than that, the foundation is really great. It does tend to oxidize maybe a little bit on me. So when I start off, it looks a little yellow on my skin tone, but in an hour or so, actually blends really well with my skin. So really matte. I would use this more in the summer. I did use this the past week to give it a test run, and it did cling to some of my dry patches in the winter. Even though I'm oily combination, I do tend to get dry around my chin area, and it clung a little bit to that. So, but other than that, the coverage was wonderful. Had no issues with that. But I would definitely be using this in the summertime. The next Maybelline foundation that I have is the Matte Fit Me Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the shade Warm Honey 322. Now, this one I can use all year round. One of my favorite foundations from Maybelline. It keeps me matte, but not too matte. And the shade is just perfect for my skin tone. So I really like this. I've used this for a couple of years now. So I've really liked this foundation. So truly, perfect match for me. The next drugstore foundation, which has been really something that I've been reaching out to when I don't really want to think about if I want to wear a matte foundation or a satin finish, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Desert Beige. This is a perfect match to my skin tone. That is what I'm wearing today. And really, natural finish, does not cake up on me. Blends easily. It comes with a interesting spatula, and I use this to apply it on my face directly, and then I use a beauty blender to blend it all out. So really good, excellent to be used both with brush and beauty blender. So I really like this one. The last one that I have, and I've purchased a few cushion foundations before. I've always had trouble finding a good match to my skin tone. And so when Wet n Wild came out with more recently with their cushion foundations, really affordable, with SPF 15, I said, I'm going to try this one. And I hope that I'll have good luck with this, because it's a cushion foundation, great for travel. And I was not disappointed, because it comes with a sponge, and that's what the foundation looks like. And it comes with a little sleeve on top, and that is what the cushion foundation looks like. Now, this has a very nice coconut scent. Now, scents don't bother me, so if scents bother you, this might not be the foundation for you. But I really like the very light coconutty scent, really natural finish. I use this. I don't tend to use the sponge. I use my beauty blender or my brush, my Real Techniques foundation brush, and it blends easily. It is, I would say, light to medium coverage. So if you are trying to look for, to cover blemishes and things like that, I have a few, but it will peek through, because it is not a full coverage foundation. But I like this for the winter time, definitely, and even for the summertime, as we have summer coming up. And it's I'm in the shade Honey Beige. and it's a very good match to my skin tone. So I'm very, very happy with this purchase. It was about $9.99. I purchased it at CVS, and so this is a really good option for cushion foundation. Now, the last foundation per se that I have, that I use for, events and parties, or when I know I'm going to be out late, is, of course, everyone's favorite, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I use the shade Honey Bronze. Now, I am planning to get the shade Cashew, because I think I might be that shade in the winter. Honey Bronze tends to be my shade in the summer. So right now when I use it, it looks a little too yellow on my skin tone. But in terms of longevity and how it, feels on the skin and how long it lasts, it is an amazing foundation. It does not come with a pump. I have to purchase the pump separately. But I usually either, apply it to my wrist, or I have a little pad that I pour it on and use my beauty blender, or my brush. Works well with both techniques. And so this is a excellent foundation, long wearing, has a scent, but really nice and fresh scents, in foundations. Actually, I don't like scents in my skincare, but foundations, they don't bother me as much. So that's my favorite. Now, the last two items that I have are BB creams. Now, I have used the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Foundation, and I'm in the shade 550 medium deep, I believe. And since I use this in the summer a lot, this shade matches me perfectly. The other one that I recently purchased is the LA Girl Pro BB High Definition Beauty Balm, and I'm in the shade light medium. Now, I use this in the winter. So in the summer, I'd probably be more medium. Now, I really like this BB cream. Again, BB creams are not full coverage. This is light, buildable, lets my skin breathe. So to work and things like that, when I don't want a full coverage foundation, I use my BB cream. Not had any issues with it. I would say I would get, with the CoverGirl one, get a really good 8-hour wear. With this, it tends to start breaking down on my skin tone, I would say about 6 hours or so. So I do have to go and, blot a little bit. After that, it tends to be more on the dewy side. But, as a BB cream for the winter, I like it. There's a couple of options, and I really recommend these. Very affordable from the drugstore. So those were my favorite foundations and BB creams. And, as you all know, it's good to always rotate your products out, and they have a shelf life. So get rid of them. I would say I use my BB creams maybe, no more than 7 to 8 months, and I discard them. But I will, there are some new releases from the drugstore happening, and I'm always looking for a good BB cream. So once I, get something and I know I'm not going to use these BB creams, I tend to discard them. I don't try to keep them in my collection too long. But these have worked for me well, and I will continue using them. And I will bring you, reviews of when I purchase new items. But if you like this kind of video, please subscribe, like this video. Let me know in your comments below what you would like for me to try. And, if you're similar to my skin tone, if there are other shades you recommend for me to try, it's always a challenge. I have learned a lot from watching YouTube, from other YouTubers who are similar to my skin tone. And I've learned a lot and picked up items and loved it. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.